Hey everybody, good morning. Hope you're having a great day. I'm just going to follow with the trend of the videos I put out recently on stress because I've just read an article on the HSE's website, the Health and Safety Executive's website, that was posted in November 2021. And they said that in the previous 12 months, that's 2020, 17 million working days were lost as a result of work-related stress. And companies have an obligation to you under the Health and Safety at Work Act to ensure your health, safety and welfare whilst at work. And a lot of companies are doing good things with that. They'll probably run stress awareness courses, or they'll have people you can talk to, or they may even run mental health first aid courses. But there's a problem with those courses too that I've experienced firsthand because I was called into organizations where they ran these things. It didn't work. It created a bigger problem. And the reason it creates a bigger problem is this. If you're constantly focusing on the negative aspects of what's happening, then you're going to experience it more. You know, there's an old saying that what you give you energy to, you help create. Okay, what you resist persists, or that sort of thing. So if you're thinking, even if you're thinking, I don't want that, that thinking itself is going to help create it. So focusing on the problem creates a bigger problem. We know this. And you can look at the science on this. It's called heavy and associative learning. It will create a network in your brain associated with what you're constantly thinking about time and time and time again. And that network will grow over time, and then it becomes more permanent. So practice makes permanent. That's the thing I want you to understand. Now, there's another aspect to stress that I want to discuss with you, because we spoke about the fight and flight response. But what about if you can't run away? What about if you are stuck in that environment? I alluded to this in the last video. You know, so let's say you're in a workplace that you absolutely don't enjoy. You know, you're not happy there. You may have a co-worker that you're not getting on with, that sort of thing, and you dread going to work in the morning, but you have to do it because you've got to pay the bills. Well, the other aspect of stress, because at one end you've got the fight and flight and freeze response, and at the other end you've got a thing called learned helplessness or learned paralysis. And that's when we basically put up with the very thing that we want to get away from, but accept the fact we can't get away from it. So if you think about the origins of this, when an animal was caught by a predator and it knows it's going to die, its body would shut down. It would produce opiates and all sorts of other drugs that would nullify the impending effect of slaughter. And that's called learned helplessness or learned paralysis. If we are learning to be helpless, then we're basically, still not liking where we are. We may still be feeling all the negative aspects of that and actually stressing ourselves out. So our sympathetic nervous system believes there's a saber-toothed tiger out there, but we can't do anything about it. That's as damaging as the fight and flight response. In fact, could be more damaging because you're probably feeling like you want to get away from it, or you want to kill it, or you want to hide from it, but you can't because you have to actually put up with it every day. So what's happening is your body, it's like trying to drive a car with the brakes on. You're going to burn out all parts of the engine. And this is a very, very dangerous thing. So how can we overcome this? Well, it's simple. When you're in a learned helplessness or a fight and flight response, your sympathetic nervous system is engaged. That means your breathing will be shallow and you'll be probably inhaling more than you exhale, believe it or not. What you need to do is engage the other aspect of your nervous system, which is the parasympathetic nervous system. And you do that by breathing. And you breathe in nice and long and slow and deep, and you breathe out for slightly longer than you breathe in. When you do that, then your immune system is getting a boost, okay? Whereas with the sympathetic nervous system, if they believe there's a saber-toothed tiger around, then digesting food or stopping you getting the flu is not the priority. Your priority is to survive. So everything is shunted away from all the major organs. But to bring it back, you go into the parasympathetic nervous system. So how can we do this when we're at work? Dead easy. When you go to the toilet, sit on the toilet and take 4 or 5 deep breaths in and deep breaths out. And just do that and focus on your breathing. Now, if a thought enters your head, don't try and block it. Let it in, let it out, come back to your breathing. The beautiful thing about this, and it's a form of meditation or mindfulness, and the beautiful thing about this is you can fail as many times as you like and you're going to get better. It's the only exercise that you can consistently fail at and get better at doing it. And, improve your health and well-being in the process. Another tip for you, if you're driving your car, and you're stuck in traffic, or you're at a set of traffic lights, instead of checking your emails and looking at your mobile phone, just stop and take a few deep breaths. Just breathe in and breathe out, and do that 3 or 4 or 5 times. You do that consistently throughout the day, you're going to improve your health, particularly your mental health and your well-being, as well as your physical health. So that's just something I want to share with you today. It's a great day, so when you finish listening to me rabbiting on this video, just switch everything off, shut down for 2 minutes, and take 2 minutes of just slow diaphragmatic breathing. That's all. Just focus on your breath. And like I said, if a thought appears that, oh God, I've got to do this, don't try and block it, because what you resist persists. So the more you try and block it, the more it's going to be there. Just let it in, become aware of it, let it out, bring your focus back to your breathing. Keep doing that, and soon you'll be a master of it, and you'll be much, much healthier physically and mentally as a result. Okay, hope that helps. Have a great day.